Nah. You put faith in humans, I put mine on G-O-D. Just got 5 missed calls on a Sunday, don't you know I'm on D&D. And I can't do Adam and Eve, spirit is willing, flesh is weak. Sin try keep me down in prison, but you know Jesus sets me free. On Monday I keep my faith, and we make it to the weekend. On Tuesday I keep my faith, and we make it to the weekend. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday evening, I won't stop till I stop breathing. People change, God's the same, keep my faith in every season. And I'm still trying to keep my faith, but I don't know who's real and fake. Cause everyone's there when the sun is shining, but who's there when it rains? And we all can't be the same, so God tell me which one's the snake. 100 prayers don't mean that you love me, show me you're real and keep the faith.
Ooh, what is going on, everybody? We are back with another video. It's Monday. I hope everybody had a great weekend and a great start to your weekend, because I know I had a great weekend. It's more or less, today's going to be more like a celebratory video. Well, for one, I accidentally went viral on my TikTok account over the weekend. So I had a video from when I went to the Cat Williams comedy show 2 weekends ago. Just posted a clip from that show. I did not think it would hit 1.4 million views. Yeah, 1.4 million views, which is insane. I think last Saturday, like this past Saturday morning, I woke up to like over 1,000 notifications on my TikTok account, which is freaking insane. I personally did not think that it would blow up that much, but it did. So literally couple of my platforms, they blew up overnight. But I think the main win for me this past weekend, was my channel hit 100 subscribers. Yes! Well, technically 150 subscribers. I think I'm more excited about that more than my TikTok video hitting over 1 million views, which, you know, everybody wants to go viral on TikTok. But I mean, there's really like, I went viral, but it's just like, you know, it's only like a short period of time. But with this channel, I've been really trying to work hard on just like creating authentic content, just showing like, you know, what my workouts are, how I do my workouts, and this, that, and the third. So I think I'm more excited about my YouTube channel hitting 100 subscribers, which, you know, guys, I really don't like celebrate much of my wins. You know, I like to keep that to myself. But, you know, I do want to come on here and just say thank you guys to who have been supporting my channel and the message I'm trying to give to people, like, you know, just staying consistent in the gym, whether if it's, you know, powerlifting or Olympic weightlifting like myself, and doing CrossFit like myself, or just, you know, trying to get in the gym and just feel good, and not let anybody judge you for, you know, what it is that you're trying to accomplish as far as your fitness and your health goals go. You know, for me, like, that's huge. And, you know, I try to work very, very hard on trying to keep consistent with my content, because, y'all, editing my videos, it takes time. And, you know, with my busy schedule, you know, I try to find pockets of time to make content for you guys. And, you know, and it just, my goal in mind is when I make my YouTube videos and I make my content for, either if it's TikTok, Instagram, or even on Facebook Reels, you know, if I'm able to motivate just one person, maybe 2 people, or influence a couple people, just to, you know, like, hey, it's okay to be who you are and do what you love and love what you do. I mean, that's all that matters to me, really. And, you know, the ones that have been supportive of my platforms and everything else like that, I just do want to just extend my love and my gratitude for everybody that has been supportive of me on this journey. And, you know, just a little celebration for myself. So I'm very, very excited about that. So yeah, it's 100 subscribers. That's basically what this video is going to be about today. And I probably am going to talk about in this video today why I got into weightlifting, because a lot of people ask me this all the time. How did you get into weightlifting, and, you know, what made you stay with it? So I'm probably going to talk about it here a little bit. I will definitely make another video more going into detail about, you know, why and what my story is and everything else like that, because most people don't know this. I am a retired basketball player. I did play collegiate basketball. I played basketball for over 20 years of my life. And, you know, me retiring in 2019, I made the decision on not pursuing overseas and going pro because I felt like it just wasn't for me anymore. And just, you know, like me replacing basketball with CrossFit and Olympic weightlifting, I really found my happiness again. And, you know, that's really all that matters for me nowadays, just, you know, maintaining positivity and happiness in my life. And, you know, I've just been on this journey, this full-blown fitness journey ever since 2019, and it's been amazing. So, but I'm going to stop yapping for a minute. I'm going to go do my warm-up here real quick, and then I will be right back. So let's have a good workout, guys. So while I'm doing some mobility, I might as well talk about, you know, how I particularly got into, you know, what it is that I do as far as Olympic weightlifting, CrossFit, and everything else like that. So, as I said earlier, I used to be full-time in basketball. I started playing basketball when I was like 5 years old. Actually earlier than that. I was like 4 or 5 years old. But I was fine, you know, as far as like my physical health growing up until about when I started to get older, probably like 6th or 7th grade. Because growing up, I had a very, very high metabolism. And so you guys know, like, for a kid that has very high metabolism, that you can eat as much as you want. It's just that weight will go nowhere, right? So I wouldn't say I was skilled, but I wasn't like to the point where I was like, it was like a ooh-ah type of player. I was more of like a basic, simple basketball player. And so when I really started getting into middle school, that's when my mom introduced me to CrossFit first. So I actually got into CrossFit first, kind of early actually. I did my first CrossFit class in 6th grade, going into 7th grade year, I want to say. And at first I was like, you know, Mom, why am I doing it? Like, why am I doing this thing? And she was like, nope, you're gonna be doing this. You're actually the condition, get you stronger. And I did basketball at the same time during the summer breaks. And so, you know, it was a good little thing to do during the off season. So, stayed with CrossFit during my 6th, 7th, and 8th grade year. But I really was, you know, really focused on, you know, trying to make JV my freshman year. So I did 6 a.m. workouts prior to that with a basketball trainer. Then I also did CrossFit 3 times a week, so I was getting pretty strong. Now, what got me even more motivated was because, you know, a lot of people used to tell me way back in the day, you know, I use this as motivation. You know, you're too skinny to be playing basketball. Like, there's no way you're playing basketball. Like, you're gonna get hurt because that's how skinny you are. And particularly, guys, I used to get bullied a lot when I was younger. I think it's how skinny I used to be, and it was like, you know, I couldn't help it, you know, because I did eat a lot as a kid. It was just, you know, when it was time for me to start gaining weight and gaining muscle, it was just I tried, and, you know, just biologically my body just, you know, wouldn't react to eating foods. So I had a high protein diet. I took protein shakes. I did everything, and I still was under 100 pounds until maybe my junior year in high school. Going into my sophomore year in high school, that's when I finally hit 100 pounds. But did CrossFit forever because my parents decided not to have me do our school strength and conditioning program, because it really, at that time, back in like the early 2010s, it really wasn't well known for girls to be lifting weights, especially like in high school, going into high school and middle school and stuff like that. That's why a lot of injuries, like knee injuries and stuff like that, happened around that time. So I did have a couple of knee injuries, you know, my freshman and sophomore year in high school. So that's how that happened. So, you know, stayed with CrossFit, and then I got introduced to Olympic weightlifting, I want to say my sophomore year going into junior year in high school, and I was like, okay, this is actually where I can get stronger. So, you know, the motivation behind at the beginning of why I got into my fitness journey was because, you know, a lot of people told me that I didn't belong in basketball. Even though I worked so hard, they never saw what was happening behind the scenes. You know, I was always that kid that was like, all right, I always had to prove a point that I belonged somewhere. And so, you know, did that through high school, and then signed to play college basketball. I went to a Division II school. Obviously, I couldn't do weights at school because, you know, we were playing basketball most of the time. So I would, you know, do Olympic weightlifting and CrossFit during the summertime. But when I go back to school, I would lose some of that muscle mass because, you know, I would just be running up and down the floor a lot. So went through that, and then when I got to my senior year for college in 2019, I really started to not really feel basketball the way that I used to. You know, I was already in school for 5 years, playing in college and stuff like that, and it was fun. Don't get me wrong, playing college basketball was fun, but you know, for me being a former college basketball player and those who were trying to experience the aspirations of playing college basketball, even though I went to a Division II, it was still pretty challenging. You know, preseason is where it makes or breaks you. But you know, I can say though I don't regret anything from that. So. But again, like going into 2018, 2019, I kind of knew my body was telling me like, hey, I think it's time for you to hang up your shoes for good. And so I was like, okay. So I had a decision to make towards the end of my senior season with my family. And so, you know, I did get approached to like try to, you know, play overseas and stuff like that. But I just told my mom, I was like, Mom, I think I'm done. I think it's time for me to call it for my basketball career. And a lot of people were surprised that I made that decision, but it was just like, you know, mentally, if I would have went overseas, you know, it would have been cool to travel, you know, overseas and stuff like that and get paid for playing the game. But it was just like, you know, I'd rather get paid to play the game that I adore and I love, and I just didn't have that same love for basketball anymore. So in 2019, made the announcement I retired, hung up my shoes. After that, I hadn't touched basketball since then. I mean, even though I am a basketball trainer now, I really don't play pickup anymore. I really don't do none of that anymore. I just focus really now on this and what it is that I do. So with that, now asking the question, like, how did you change from basketball to, you know, CrossFit and Olympic weightlifting? So when I got back from school, this was like right before the pandemic started. So, you know, I took a year off. I took almost a year off of just like not working out, not doing anything, but I was still, you know, like doing some stuff, but it wasn't like CrossFit or Olympic weightlifting related because I just wanted my body just to rest. And then boom, the pandemic hit. So I was like, okay, let me not be lazy and do some stuff. So when gyms finally opened in 2020, like in August or September of 2020, this was when I joined the gym that I'm currently at right now. And, you know, I had to get my basics and fundamentals back as far as CrossFit goes before I jumped into Olympic weightlifting. So my form was really bad. Barely could do any, like, you know, butterfly pull-ups and everything else like that, muscle ups and everything else like that. And then, and so it took me about a year to get back to where I was, but I jumped from being 138, 39 pounds to about like almost 149 in almost a year. And that was just some straight muscle. And so how I was able to stay with it, motivation, motivating myself to be better as far as, you know, staying consistent and stuff like that. Because for one, I was paying a good chunk of money, you know, for my membership here. You know, not saying it's a bad thing. It's just, you know, if you want to join a CrossFit gym, yeah, you're going to have to pay a little penny, but it's well worth it in the end if you just stay with it. So, yeah, so that's that. And then, you know, just me being a former college athlete, I'm just so used to being so active, but now I'm active, but I'm not as active as I used to be, like running a lot in the morning and stuff like that, you know, because I always had to be used to getting up at 6 a.m. in the morning to go do conditioning at school. But now I've just had to, you know, be self-disciplined for myself. I think that's the main topic is having self-discipline, especially for, you know, somebody who doesn't really. I have a coach. She's mostly not here most of the time to see me work out. So I just do stuff. I really just do stuff on my own. I make my own programming now. So, you know, it's very good for me. And so, but yeah, that's mostly the basis of like, you know, how I started, you know, Olympic weightlifting and everything else like that. And then again, I'll probably go into more detail about like my story because there's a lot more to it. And I just don't feel like talking about it right now in this video. So that's that. So my hips are still a little sore. But yeah, I mean, that's like a tiny background of what it is that I somewhat do. So yeah, I'm not gonna cap though, guys. I'm a little sore still. But, you know, in the end, it's just like, you know, for people who are on a fitness journey, because like for me, I'm going on year 5 of doing this. No, year 6. Going on almost year 6. And it just, if you're able to stay consistent and just don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. I think that's what's been the basis of me, because I've always been told like I can't do this, like I don't belong in this sport, I don't do doing what I'm doing is a waste of time. You know, I don't let anybody dim in my light because they can't get theirs brighter than mine. You know, and I'm saying this because I'm being humble about it, because it's like, you know, I've been through a lot in my life to where I don't need anybody else's approval but mine. And that's just the main basis of what it is that I do. All right. All right. I'm gonna finish up with some banded warm up, and then get my shoes on. All right, guys. So like I said, today is gonna be clean and jerk day. So, now I haven't really done clean and jerks in like over 2 weeks. I've been doing cleans more or less, but at least like clean and jerks, I'm not gonna lie, they probably might look a little ugly today. So let me put my shoes on real quick and then we will start. Now am I expected to do well today for clean and jerks? We'll see. We shall see. We definitely shall see. Ugh. My shoe will go on. All right. With some tape on. Hopefully I don't hit the microphone when I'm doing my clean and jerks today, so I'm gonna see if this will be a good spot. Focusing on my snatches more than anything these past couple weeks, which my snatches feel really, really good. But you know, I've been neglecting my favorite lift. I'm glad though, guys, like my quads aren't as sore today, because I'm telling y'all, over the weekend and then Squattober, my quads were killing me. All right. This shoulder. Oh. And then a couple split jerks. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and start the warm up here. If you guys have followed with my videos before, I always do light technique work in the beginning of every workout before I start my main workout. So I have 3 different sequences that I have to do. So the first one is do a hip power clean, followed by 1 hang power clean. So no dip. Then the next one, power. I'm really trying to hold off on doing squat cleans until like my complex that I have to do, because it's gonna involve front squats and squat cleans. The next thing, so now I have a hang power clean, then 1 squat clean, now I actually gotta follow my rest time a little bit, so I'm gonna rest 2 minutes. But y'all, rest time is important, especially for a lifter. Adequate rest time. Next set. All right, so next one is, now I have to do a hang power clean with now a split jerk. Again, we'll see how my split jerks feel, because I have not done split jerks in over 2 weeks. My legs feel okay. I mean, they feel fine, they feel rested, but see how they feel. I mean, that's only 85 pounds, but again, when it starts to get heavy, we'll see how that feels. All right, that was good. So now I gotta start my lengthy complex, which I'm gonna take my sweet time on getting through this one, because I haven't done this in a while, but I am actually gonna get my belt out the car, because I know I'm gonna need it. So I'll be right back. All right, y'all, so I just grabbed my belt out of my car. So this complex is supposed to be tough, but you know, we'll see how much weight I'm gonna do for this. So the complex is, for this one, probably gonna go like maybe 4 or 5 sets. We'll see what happens, but I have 1 power clean, then I have 1 front squat, get myself reset, Plus 1 split jerk. All in one sequence. So the percentage is supposed to be 60 to 70% of my 1 rep max in my clean and jerk. So I'm gonna more or less warm up with heavier weights, obviously, and then 1 warm up set, and then we'll see what weight I'm gonna start at. All right, I'm probably gonna start at maybe, ooh, we'll see how 140 feels. Yeah. And the goal is not trying to use the belt until the absolute end of the set. Because I really only have like 3 things to do today. So that first technique set was part 1. So this technique now part 2. All right. Oh, yep. It felt too bad. It felt too bad. All right, so let's put some 10s on real quick. We'll go 10 and a 2.5. 10 and a 2. Should have did some wrist mobility before I started. Ugh. Oh boy. I mean, that really is not supposed to feel heavy, but I haven't done clean and jerks in a couple weeks again, so yeah. It's gonna feel a little bit heavy. I'm not gonna lie, like it's been kind of difficult this month trying to incorporate some Olympic weightlifting this month because again, I said in my previous video, it's Squattober right now, so you know, I'm really trying to more or less focus on trying to get thick for, you know, my squats and everything else like that. But you know, I still need to keep incorporating my Olympic weightlifting just so I can at least like stay up with my technique, because I am trying to I'm still trying to get into competition shape. My goal is to try to do Olympic weightlifting meet probably in November or December. I haven't really decided yet, but we'll see. Number 3. Woo! That felt good though. Yeah, that felt good. All right, we are gonna see how 175 feels. We're gonna see how 175 feels. Because 160 felt real good, but no promises here. I fought that. Fought the fuck out of that bar. That was good. Take a couple minutes and then we'll start my last part. All right, y'all, one more thing and then I'm done for today. I mean, I'm gonna use my belt for this one because I do have a lot of clean and jerks to do. So I just have one clean and jerk every 60 seconds. for 7 times. Yeah, supposed to go 7 times. So I'm gonna go ahead and restart the clock real quick and then we'll start. Oops. Whoops. Okay. Well, that didn't go as planned. Well, we'll start minute 1. Yeah, that's better. I was gonna do power cleans. I mostly did power cleans all day today, so. Yeah, let's keep it at power cleans instead of squat cleans. Oh no. I let that bar get too far in front of me. And low-key, I'm starting to get a little hungry. I really don't get discouraged anymore if I fail a lift. I mean, it happens. You just can't end your working on a fail. I'm off balance. Fuck. Oh, wait. I'm tying my belt. What am I doing? Yep. Now, the kicker with this, guys, if I fail this one, which I know I'm not going to, I'm gonna have to do it again. And I'm trying not to because I'm trying to get home and eat. Alright guys, so I am done for today. It was pretty much like a quick workout, so didn't spend a whole lot of time in the gym today, but you know, did fail a few lifts on the end on the clean and jerks, but at least I ended it on a good lift. That's a good thing. So like I said, I mean, today was more or less just like, you know, again, a celebratory video. You know, like, again, some people think like, oh, you got 100 subscribers, you know, that's not a big deal. For me, it is a big deal because I'm really not, I wouldn't say for myself, I'm not really a content creator. I just, you know, I just post content that, you know, is near and dear to my heart. And, you know, some people, you know, support me of that. And so, you know, it's having like a really insane weekend. I think it was just like over the top. So I just, you know, I'm elated right now, but, you know, it's a new week. I still gotta, you know, get stuff that needs to get done. So, you know, today was a quick and easy day, but yeah, I am starting to get really, really hungry. I mean, I had breakfast, but I'm still like, now that I'm actually starting to feel myself, now I'm actually gaining weight that I'm supposed to again. Now I'm eating more, as you know, girls are trying to get bigger, gotta eat. So I'm gonna take my creatine when I get home, drink my protein shake, and have my grilled chicken for the day. Other than that, guys, I hope you have a great start to your week. Many blessings and love and positivity to everybody. And I will see y'all on the next video.